Welcome to our healing demo and Q&A, Boost Your Body Code Results. This is all about inherited imbalances today. So this is going to be really fun because this is one of my very favorite topics. I'm your host today, Dr. Bradley Nelson. I've been a holistic chiropractic physician, retired now since 2004, but I started out in 1988. I'm a master energy healer, creator of the Body Code System, and of course, best-selling author of The Emotion Code. And by the way, as you probably know, The Emotion Code is now available as a hardcover from St. Martin's Press. It's also available on audible.com, so you can listen to it. Go to Audible, buy it, go to Barnes & Noble, Amazon, any bookstore, and they will now have it. So that's kind of exciting. We have a new foreword written by Tony Robbins. We have lots of great endorsements by a lot of really great people that I admire, like Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, people like that. A lot of fun. So we're starting to hit the mainstream, which is really exciting. And we're going to choose somebody to work on that has something inherited. How are we going to do that? Well, I'm just going to ask for a little help from up above here. Okay, we are going to talk to Kelly. Kelly, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, so over here on the left side of my screen, I have the How to Do Your First Body Code Session guide. It's a comprehensive guide to boost your body code results. So let's take a look at this. And on this page right here, we're going to go ahead and put in your name, okay? Kelly G, and let's see, today is 5/14/19. Kelly, how old are you?
37.
37, okay. All right, great. Do you have any particular issue going on?
A month ago, I was diagnosed with shingles, and then a week after that, no, 2 weeks after that, I had a swollen eye come out of nowhere. Just finished the antibiotics for that. I have facial paralysis. I mean, I have a laundry list of things.
Wow. Okay. Well, those aren't very fun. So
Yeah.
Let's see. Is this on your left side or your right side, the facial issue?
The paralysis on the left, and the swollen eye and the shingles was on the right. No, they had said that my immune system was compromised. That's all.
Okay. So 0 to 10, how would you rate these issues right now? Probably a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Okay. Well, so let's do this. Let's ask this question. Now, the reason I picked you is because I put out there and asked, said a little prayer and asked God to help me to find somebody that had an inherited trapped emotion that I can demonstrate for all of you. So let's go to the next page. Now, in the Booster Body Code Sessions Guide, there is a section where you can talk about history. In the interest of time, we're not going to do that today because I want to try to take a couple of volunteers. So, but you can do this if you want to use this at home, no problem. And then there's a part 3, goals and visualization. If these problems suddenly disappeared, what would you be able to do differently, and so on. We're going to skip that too, and we're going to go right down here to this session. Okay. And so let's take a look. And I think what we'll do is I'm just going to go ahead and copy all of this if I can. And we'll just go ahead and we'll paste this down in here in this issue area. Okay. Now we could pick one of these. We could have separated these into different issues, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to take a look here, and we're going to ask, okay, by the way, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to take a moment. I'm going to ask for some help from up above. That's, I believe, really the most important, critically important part of this work is to ask for help. So we'll do that right now. Okay, great. I'm going to turn on my camera. Okay. So let me know if you can see me. Can you see me?
Yes. Hi.
Okay, great. Hi. So where are you in the world, by the way?
San Diego, California.
San Diego. Okay, great. Well, all right. Let's ask this question now. Looking at our body code, going back to the home page, let's ask, what's causing this issue? Or in other words, we're asking, is there an underlying reason for these problems that you're having? And let's see what shows up. So what's causing the issue? Is it something on the right side of the body code? No, it's on the left side of the body code. So is it some kind of a toxin? Could it be? It could be, but that's not what it says. Okay, is it something in the circuits and systems area? No. So it's in the energies area. So if we click on this one, is it something on the left side of this chart? No. Is it addictive heart energy? Is it some kind of an allergy or an intolerance? It's something emotional. And so we've got some different possibilities here. Let's ask, is it a trapped emotion? I get that it is. So we'll go to the chart. And let's ask, okay, is this trapped emotion in column A? No. So that means it's in column B. Is it in one of the odd rows in column B? That's a no. So that means it's in an even row in column B. It's got to be row 2, 4, or 6. Let's find out. Is this row 2? No. Is it in row 4? Yes. Okay. So we've narrowed it down to column B, row 4. So it's one of these. So is the emotion depression? We know it's a trapped emotion, right? Is it frustration? No. Is it indecisiveness? No. Is it panic? No. Is it taken for granted? No, it isn't any of those. And so this is typical. This is usually how we find an inherited trapped emotion. We're taken to the column, taken to the row, and then it's like, okay, we can't get the answer. So is this an inherited trapped emotion? And your subconscious mind says yes, okay? So for those of you that are brand new to this, basically the human body has this amazing ability built right into it to set aside its own needs to act on behalf of somebody else. And so when I asked for help from up above, that connection got made. And so, so I'm acting as proxy for you. So, all right, so let's take a look here. This is inherited then. Is that true? Yes. So then we go through the list again. Is this inherited depression? No. Is it inherited frustration? No. Is it inherited indecisiveness? No. Is it inherited panic? Yes. So it's an inherited trapped emotion, okay, of panic. Inherited from who? So here's how I usually like to do this. I like to find out where it came from. Did it come from your mom? You got it from your dad. So panic from father. Or we could abbreviate that D for dad, M for mom, okay? Because F, if we use F for father, that could be confused with female. So we'll use panic from D for dad. Did he get it from somebody earlier? Yeah. From his dad? Yep, okay. From D, so DD. So now we got father, father. And now what I'll do is I'll ask, okay, does this go back any further? Yes or no? Yes. So this is a way to shorthand this, shortcut it, so that we don't have to ask every single generation, because maybe it goes back 20, I don't know. But I like to get the first two, and then from there, let's ask, okay, does this go back 5 generations? We know it goes back further. Does it go back 5 generations? Does it go back 10 generations? Yes. Does it go back 15 generations? It does. So see, that would take us a long time to actually ask, father, mother, 15 times. Does it go back 20 generations? No. 19? No. 18? It goes back 18 generations. So what I would do then is I would type in, and you can do this any way you want, but I would just type in 18 generations total. Oops, I can spell it right. 18 generations total. And then I like to find out, did this start with a male? No, it started with a female. Okay. So it was a grandmother of yours all those generations ago. Now, what we can do is we can ask, do you have kids?
I do. I have 3.
3, is that right?
Yeah, 3 kids.
3, okay. So let's ask, did any of your children receive this panic energy from you when they were conceived? Yes. Did they all get it? Yes, they did. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yep, they all got it. Okay. Okay. So we've identified, I think, everything we need to know. Is there anything else we need to know about this? No. So let's go ahead and release it. So to release it, again, we do 10 swipes. If you have a magnet, use a magnet. I have a magnet today. It's just the emotion code chart. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. And by the way, I'm just holding an intention to release this energy from anybody that's holding it, living or dead, doesn't matter. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, awesome. Let's ask, did we release that panic, that inherited panic from you? Did it clear from your dad and everybody else in that line? And did it also clear from your 3 kids? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. So it cleared from them as well. All right. So now, so what I'd like you to do now, all right, is stand up and move around a little bit for a second.
Okay.
Okay, Kelly, just move around a little bit. Let's just see if we made any change. Now, the reason why I'm having her move around a little bit is because when somebody has some kind of a physical issue going on and you release something, having them walk around a little bit just accelerates what would normally maybe take, half an hour or an hour if they just stay sitting. Because when we clear something like this, you never know what has just happened in the body. Bones might have been realigned, muscles might now be balanced that weren't before, and so on. So a lot of things can shift. Anyway.
Okay.
So Kelly, are you back?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do is just kind of tune in to everything that's going on. Just notice if there are any shifts or anything different that you're feeling.
Actually, on the right side where the shingles was and the swollen eye, yesterday I had kind of like something start to grow on my eyebrow, and it was kind of like stinging a little bit, and that's no longer there. Even this morning it was stinging, so that's the immediate thing that I could.
So it was kind of
it
was kind of like a little bruise started?
It was kind of like a pimple or one of those shingle blisters, but it's not shingles on the face, but it's part of the swollen area that my eye had, and it was it was stinging. It was like a sting.
Okay.
And
that's no longer stinging.
No, it's no longer. I can't even feel it, like the little bump.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's basically how this works. And of course, remember that we never use the body code, we never use the emotion code to cure anything. We never promise to cure anything. We never tell anybody that this can cure anything. All we're doing is just trying to find imbalances that are preventing the body from getting well. And so there was a shift that happened there. So that was that inherited trapped emotion of panic from all those generations ago was apparently playing some kind of a role, at least to some degree. And so I would say, let us know how you do. Okay, give it a little bit of time and see what happens.
Thank you.
Okay, you're so welcome. So that was fun. So we'll take another volunteer, and now understand, everybody, that of course a full-blown session here, if we had time, we could continue working with Kelly, and what we would do is we would go back to the homepage on the body code, and we would ask, okay, is there another underlying reason for these symptoms? In fact, let's ask that right now. Is there another underlying reason for these symptoms that you're having right now? Is there another underlying reason? Actually, at the moment, I'm getting a no. Does that mean, well, it means one of two things. It either means we've absolutely fixed all the underlying reasons that there are for this problem that she has going on. That's possible. Or it may mean, whoa, that was intense. I need to process that. Give me a day or so, and then you can come back and ask again, and maybe there's more stuff. Okay? Awesome. Let's talk to Walter. Hi, Walter.
Hello.
Well, nice to connect. Where are you calling from in the world? Where are you?
Logan. Logan, Utah.
Logan, Utah?
Met you at the energy conference recently.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, my wife went to school in Logan many moons ago.
I took
How old are you right now? Oh, you did? Okay.
56.
So how old are you right now?
56.
Nope. 56. Okay, great. So yeah, I think I actually remember you. So do you have any kind of issue going on that we can try to address?
Yeah, I've got
okay.
a neck. Oh, I've got a neck pain and some right shoulder stuff that's been going on for some time. And as much as I've pulled out, I can't seem to find the source on everything.
Okay. So how bad would you rate this on a 0 to 10 scale, with 10 being, go to the ER and 0 being no discomfort at all?
Oh, probably around a 6 to 7, depends on time of day.
About a 6. Okay. All right. Okay. And it's been going on for how long?
The shoulder for a couple of months, and the neck here for a couple of weeks. I'm not sure if they're related or not.
Okay. Now we could easily
I think
split
one's
these into
fed the
two
other.
issues. Yeah, they're probably related. We could split these into two issues, but in the interest of time, we won't worry about that. Let's see. Okay, so now we go to the body code. First, though, remember, we want to take a moment, ask for some help. So let's do that. All right, so let's take a look here, Walter. Let me go ahead and turn on my camera. Let me know when you can see me.
Yes, I can see you.
Okay, great. Okay, so here we go. Let's look at our body code and let's ask, all right, what's causing this issue? Or is there an underlying reason for this is kind of what we're asking. What's causing this? Is it something on the right side of our chart? We get a no. So it's over here. So is it a toxin of some kind? No. Is it something in circuits and systems? No. It's in the energies area. We'll click there. Is it something on the left side of the chart? No. Is it addictive heart energy? No. Is it an allergy or an intolerance? No, it's something emotional. Okay. So is this, again, here's our list: trapped emotions, the heart wall, or resonances. Let's see what it is. Is this a trapped emotion? No. Is it because you've got a heart wall? No. So that leaves emotional resonance. So these are a little unusual. An emotional resonance, if you look at the bell here in the picture, a trapped emotion is where you've actually got a ball of emotional energy that's lodged in the body somewhere. But an emotional resonance is a little different. Imagine walking up to a bell like this and hitting it with a hammer. Bong, would ring for a while, come back an hour later, you wouldn't be able to hear it, but your dog probably would, because it's still ringing. And that's what's going on in your body, as you have a resonance. In other words, there's an emotional ringing taking place in your body. Now, sometimes this can be the whole entire body that's ringing, or sometimes it's just a particular region, maybe your shoulder, or your liver. It's kind of weird. But anyway, let's see what this is. We know it's an emotional resonance. So what is it a resonance of? We can click here, it'll give us more information. But we find these just like we find a trapped emotion. So is this resonance in column A? Yes, it is. Is it in one of the odd rows in column A? No. So it's in an even row in column A. So is it row 2 in column A? No. Is it row 4 in column A? No. It's row 6 in column A. So what is this? Is this humiliation? No. Is it jealousy? No. Is it longing? No. Is it lust? No. Is it overwhelm? No. So what does that mean? It's inherited.
Got something from someone. Yeah.
You got something from somebody, yeah. So this is an inherited resonance of what? Let's go back to it and let's ask it again. So now we can ask, is this inherited? Is it inherited humiliation? It could be. Is that it? No. Is it inherited jealousy? Is that it? It could be, but that's not it either. Is it inherited longing? Is that it? No. Is it inherited lust? No. So the only one left is overwhelm. And is that what it is? Yep, it's an inherited resonance of overwhelm. And I couldn't spell it right. There we go. Overwhelm. Who'd you get this from? Did you get it from your dad? No, it came from your mom. So we'll put from M. For mom, did she get it from somebody earlier? From her mom, from her dad. So we'll put a D for dad. So it came from your grandfather, your mother's father. And so for me, that's about as far as I like to take the first couple generations. I mean, if you want to, you can go back and you can identify every single generation if you want to. But we know that it goes back at least 2 generations. Does it go back further? Yes, it does. Does it go back 10 generations? No. Does it go back 5? It does. Does it go back 6? Does it go back 7? Yep. Does it go back 8? Yep. 9? No. It goes back 8 generations. So I'll just type in here, 8 generations total.
Wow.
And did it start with a male? It started with a female. Okay.
Wow.
So we'll put an M there for mom, or G for, we'll just put a grandmother. So your 8 generations, so your, I think it would be your 7th then great grandmother, whatever. Do you have any kids, Walter?
8. I have 8
You have
children.
8? And they're all your biologicals?
Yes.
I've only got 7. I feel like a slacker now. So, so you got 8 kids. So let's find out now. This overwhelm emotion, something happened with that grandmother, and she was really overwhelmed. That energy got stuck in her body, and then she shared that with her offspring to try to help preserve and protect them. And so we see the same thing with animals. They're finding out now, scientists are discovering that if a rat is in a maze and it receives a shock or is terrified at some point in the maze, it shares that experience in some weird way, so that you can take an offspring of that mouse up to 12 generations down the line. In lower animals, they are finding, you put it into the same maze, and where that rat was shocked generations ago, the offspring will stop, because it knows something happened there. It's the same thing with human beings. You see, we pass these things down. You go through the Holocaust, you survive it, you have kids, you pass those energies to them. And they've done studies now with those kids, the grandchildren of Holocaust survivors, and their blood is just wild. It's a crazy picture of stress. Their genetic makeup has changed, so they're way more susceptible to stress. Their blood markers for aging and so on are off the chart compared to normal people, because of what their grandparents went through. So, okay, you've got 8 kids. Did you pass this to any of your kids? Yes. Did you pass it to all of your kids? No, you didn't. Okay, so here's how we do this. Did you pass this to your oldest? No. Second oldest? No. Third oldest? No. Fourth oldest? No. Fifth oldest? No. Sixth oldest. So your 6th oldest child, and did your 7th oldest get it, and your 8th oldest get it? You only passed this to one child, and it was the 6th one, or the 6th oldest anyway. So, so yeah, it'd be your 6th one. Does that make sense at all?
Yes, it does.
It does make sense. Interesting. So does that child seem maybe a little more easily overwhelmed than the other ones at all? Is that how you would notice it, or?
I'm sorry, the computer zinged out. It was a time of some pretty high stress in life, and so it's easy to see where that may have come and gone on me, but continued on with somebody else in that near time of his family history.
Yeah, yep, there you go. Yeah, because depending on what's going on with you, if you're holding this emotion that was passed, if things are going really well in your life, your subconscious mind might decide, you know what, I don't think we need this one anymore. We need to prioritize. And so that's kind of how these things peter out and eventually disappear. But if all of a sudden you've had all these other kids and then things are stressing and life is maybe getting overwhelming, your subconscious mind decide, we've got this old energy from our 7th great grandmother, this overwhelm. Maybe she was right. Let's pass this down. And so one of your kids got this. Really interesting. Okay, do we need to know anything else about this? We don't. Let's release it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's 10. And let's ask, okay, why don't you go ahead, stand up and move around a little bit. And now let's ask, okay, did that release from you? And it did. Did it also clear from your mom and from her dad and from all those other generations? And did it also clear from your 6th oldest child, which was the only child that got this? And the answer is yes. Okay, cool. So, so now, Walter, let's ask on a 0 to 10, I think you were saying that the shoulder was about let's see, it was about a 6, right?
6 or 7.
How would you rate?
Yeah.
6 or 7. Okay. How would you, do you feel any difference in there? How does that feel now compared to how it was feeling before?
Yeah, I'd say it's down to about a 2 or 3. I feel like it's going to take a little bit of time to work its way out.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Fantastic. Well, great. That's how this
Thank
is
you.
done. And that was really interesting. Thank you thank you for being a volunteer. And I will send you a copy of this. And let's see here. Our time actually is
Thank
up.
you.
So I want to thank you all for being on with us. Yeah, thank you. And I'll send you a copy of this first session guide here that has your info in it. Okay. And
Okay.
we'll get that out to you here in just a few minutes. And so our staff will stick around for a few minutes. If any of the rest of you have any kind of questions or anything, they'll try to answer those for you. I will say goodbye for now, and we'll talk to you all next time. So thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye-bye now.